Hello and welcome to my top tips to save time and stress this Christmas, or that's the idea of it anyway. Now, Channel Mum always asks us to do a topic video, and they did ask us to do Christmas or cooking, and I can't cook, so you've got Christmas. I was planning on doing this video in December anyway, but get it a bit early, yay! If you have any other tips or tricks that I miss out in this video, do comment down below and let me know. I would love it because we all need the help we can get, right? Or is that just me that's massively disorganised with the cat walking on the bed? She's just been spayed though, so we have to be nice to her. Poor little baby, pro stop. Also, do check out the description bar down below for the links to other Christmas videos and also the recipe ones for the people that can cook on Channel Mum. I'll stick links down there. The other cat saying hello. My top tip to start with is the humble paperclip being your Christmas companion. Did you know this? Right, when you're doing sellotape, now I don't know if anyone else has this, but if you don't, I kind of hate you a little bit out of pure jealousy because I always find that I lose the end of it. I sit on the floor, I'm basically swearing under my breath trying to apparently get disturbed by cats. Trying to find the end of the sellotape, can't find it, it's just an absolute nightmare. And when you've got a lot of gifts or they're large, you can't always sit at the table, so you can't stick the sellotape on the edge of the table to find it again. And you don't want to fold it over unless you've got toddlers, in which case they can find the end and they can pull it, and it's brilliant for toddlers to fold it over. That's a hidden tip for you. But if you don't want that folded over sellotape, you want it nice and laying flat, stick a paper clip at the end. You can move the paper clip as you pull the sellotape off. Cut the sellotape off, don't bite it with your teeth, that's bad for your teeth. I never cut it off with my teeth. And then you can stick it down, and it means you don't lose the end. It's life-changing, I'm telling you. When you've got lots of things to wrap, be it their birthday or Christmas, oh my goodness, that is a lifesaver. And then, if that's not good enough, if that is not making the paperclip brilliant enough as it is, you can actually use it really obviously, but I've only just figured this one out myself, so don't judge me if everyone else has been doing this forever. But holding paper in place when you're wrapping things, especially big presents or awkward ones, you don't want to stick sellotape. You need the two ends of the massive gift to actually stay in place. So you can stick it, and sometimes you want to be able to adjust things a little bit because you don't know if you want to wrap it a certain way, but you don't know until you can actually hold the paper in place. Use paper clips. It's so obvious, right? Why did this never occur to me? But apparently everyone I've asked has said, oh my god, I've never done that. And I'm like, it's genius and it works. I've just recently done birthday presents with that, and it holds it in place while you figure out how you're wrapping it before you use your sticky tape. Mind blown. I was really impressed with that one. Another one is allocating specific wrapping paper if you've got more than one child. Sounds simple, but honestly, when the kids come down, I just say, George, yours is that one, Alice, yours is that one, Edith, yours is that one, and off they go. It means George doesn't accidentally open one of Alice's presents and then claim it's his. Alice doesn't get offended. I don't have to sit and check what they're opening and check the labels with everyone, and because they've then got three individual piles, the gifts from other people are put on top, but they know if it's not in their specific wrapping paper, then they need to check that it's actually addressed to them. So that's the only trick, and honestly it's not caused any problems even with Edith, and she's got like learning difficulties and autism. If you're more environmentally minded and you use brown wrapping paper, you can actually use coloured ribbons or coloured string to specify for each child. So in my household, they've all got their own colours. So George is always blue, Alice is always red, and Edith is always green, and this has worked for us for years. When you're finished with your wrapping paper, you know you get the big chews on the inside. They can be really handy for storing your Christmas lights. All you have to do is cut a slit in at the end. You do need to take the plug off, and I will give you another tip for matching plugs up with lights later. But just stick the end of the light through the slot so it holds it in place. You know, you've got the end cut slot. I can't show you a little clip because I never filmed this. I don't have any empty tubes right now. Please ignore my cat. And then just wrap the lights around it and poke the other end with another slit so the end of the plug goes sort of in where you unplug it from the plug. Also, because you end up having your plugs being unplugged or put in separate places, if you store them all in one bag or one box, take those coloured dot stickers that you can pretty much buy anywhere, put the coloured dot on the end of the lights before you unplug it, and put the same coloured dot on the plug, and then you can match them up. It's just really easy at first glance. You don't have to try and check which one goes with which set of lights, and we do that every year, and it's really, really handy. Other people can use nail varnish if you don't have the coloured dots or something along those lines, but we find it's really, really handy. This was a tip from, I think, Gemma Rose, but I'll put her username on the screen here, which is a battery list, which is something we've done, but I'd forgotten about putting it in this video, so thank you, honey. Actually look at the packaging of anything you buy and get family and friends to let you know what you need for anything they purchase, and you can just buy the specific amount you need or as close to it as you can without wasting a load of money or having that awful moment when you realise you don't have the batteries and this kid's just like... The last tip I've got for you are Christmas cards. Now, every year for the last few years, we have done little Christmas cards, and the brilliant thing about these is you do not have to write a message. It's all done in there. All you have to do is send it. All I need to do is write the recipient's name on the envelope and their address if I'm sending it, and I'm done. I don't accidentally send a card saying to Dave, Merry Christmas, when I've just posted it to my Aunt Marie or something. I love bringing them out every year and looking back, you know, reliving it a little bit, having memories from each Christmas. It just fills me with joy, and the fact that it saves time is a massive, massive help. I must admit, I do sort of just stick them on envelopes and sometimes write people's names on them as I'm going places, because I'm not having to think about it until I need to leave, which is very lazy of me. But when you are tired and your child doesn't sleep, especially for those of you that have got children with special needs like us, it's just a huge help, because if I remember last minute, I can just grab a card and write someone's name on the envelope and I don't need to worry. I've used Vistaprint for the last 5 years. This is not an ad, they don't even know I'm mentioning them. I've always paid for my own, and it cost me £25 for 30 of them, and even though it was a mistake the first time, they sent me free copies. It's absolutely, I cannot fault them. So if you are looking to get a personalised card, I would actually recommend Vistaprint. They've been really good, but I do know Moonpig has started doing them, and I'm sure places like Snapfish and stuff do it as well. I've just never had an issue with Vistaprint, which is why I've continued to use them. But that's the end of my tips and tricks. As I said, if anyone else has got any other ones that I've missed out that you think are brilliant, do comment down below. So have a read of the comments in case there's some other brilliant tips in there, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.